Today we're driving a Genesis. It's a luxury brand from Hyundai.
Hyundai is a luxury brand?
I don't know about burritos and riding in a car with you.
No, I'm eating in the car. 100%.
No. Burritos are not the only thing hot on today's episode. After a look at the Genesis G90, we head to the track to put the new Acura NSX through its paces. Then it's off to Vegas to drive an icon in the film industry, the Ferrari California T. We're off to Vancouver Island to meet Parker Thompson, one of Canada's up-and-coming professional race car drivers.
Well, Brian, it seems like we're going in the wrong direction. Come on, Brian, where are we going? This is ridiculous.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to the track eventually. I need to make a stop in Fort Langley to pick up something.
We're going to Geezer Town?
You know what, there's a lot going on in Fort Langley. Built in 1827, Fort Langley is a quaint little town about an hour outside of Vancouver. It's also the former fur trading post of the Hudson's Bay Company. Today we're driving a Genesis. It's a luxury brand from Hyundai.
You know, I actually wrote some notes regarding the car. I did some research here.
Awesome.
1, it looks like a Bentley kind of. 2, it looks better than a Bentley. It's pretty nice.
That's all you have?
That's all I got. It was the look and tell kind of deal.
You know why it looks like a Bentley? Because the lead designer for Genesis has worked on cars like Bentley and Lamborghini.
He knows what he's doing in the right way.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Hydrating my lips.
So check out the outside. What do you think of that big, huge crest grille? I like it. They call it G Matrix with that crosshatch design. It's supposed to emulate a diamond and light going through it. And I think it looks like a Superman crest myself.
I think it looks kind of like a spaceship.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that.
All right, well, what's under the hood on this?
A V8, 5 liter, 420 ponies under this thing.
Okay. At least it's not one of those twin turbo V6 cross rockets the young guys are driving, hey?
Yeah, young guys like yourself. So let's see what I can do in sport mode. Even though this is not something that you would actually take to the track. Well, we can drive it to the track, but
yeah. For a car that my dad would drive, it's actually pretty fast. Finally, we're at this store. I hope he makes this quick. I'm freaking starving. I still don't know what we're looking for here.
Fort Langley is known for their antique stores, and I've been looking for this item for a long time.
There's a lot of old stuff here.
There she is.
What are we looking at?
It's the last one that I need for my collection.
$100 for an old can? Come on. I hope he's still got enough money to pay for lunch. At least it's finally my turn to drive. Dude, that sucked. Don't ever take me there again.
Why? There is so many cool things in there, don't you think?
No, I feel like I was breathing air in from 1942. Now we can go somewhere important, like food.
Well, before food, let's relax. Look at this.
What are you doing back there?
Check it out. The whole front seat folds, goes forward, and the rear seat reclines. 14-way power adjustable seats in the back.
Yeah.
Napa leather interior. I even have a mirror.
Listen, I'd rather be driving up here. I feel like I'm Alfred and you're Bruce Wayne's unathletic cousin.
I'm Robin. So where are we going for food?
Little Donkey, have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, it is the best burrito place ever.
I don't know about burritos and riding in a car with you.
No, I'm eating in the car. 100%.
No.
Yeah.
No eating in this car. Seriously.
Man, this is a luxury car. You have to enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it by eating your burrito, making your mess outside the car, and then coming in the car.
I eat it with precision. There's a technique.
In case you've had a late night or just don't feel like driving, although I don't understand why anyone would not want to drive this beauty, the G90 can even drive itself.
Brian, I'm tired after that food, man.
That was a monster burrito,
Yeah,
man.
it's got me sleepy.
You know what? if you don't feel like driving, or actually if you want to be a little bit more relaxed on the highway, check this out. Hit cruise control.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Now see that toggle? Pull the toggle down to set your speed.
Yeah.
You see a little steering wheel with a green light?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Now take your hands off.
You sure?
If the green light's on,
It's on.
do it.
Oh, I don't know.
Try it. Okay, look at this.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust this.
You can't go for long periods of time, but check it out. What do you think?
Definitely would only take 10-minute naps. I wouldn't do like an hour nap at the wheel.
After, we head to the track to put the new Acura NSX through its paces.
We've got our next car and we are finally off to the racetrack. But to get there, we had to hop on a BC ferry over to Vancouver Island to drive Acura's beautiful NSX. The ferry is sweet, but sitting in this car, this is my style of car. This is sweet. I like this.
The new Acura NSX, you know what NSX stands for?
I thought it was just a cool name.
New Sports Experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
But experience starts with an E.
But it does have an X in it. You know?
Okay.
There's a little
They're getting edgy. I like it. I
a
like
little
it.
X factor, but this is being touted as the everyday supercar, and I really agree with that statement. And you could take this to the grocery store. You could go pick up a kid, not kids, because there's only 2 seats, and you could go to the track, which we will be doing a little bit later with this.
I mean, yeah, I would love to agree with you, but I haven't driven it yet, so I can't really say it's your everyday car until I've felt the wheel. But
You'll get your turn.
this is a 4-wheel drive, so like we can take this in the snow.
This is a sports hybrid, super handling, all-wheel drive.
Does that mean we can drift in the snow too, or what does that mean?
Drift?
Drift.
You could pretty well do anything in here.
Okay,
All
okay.
right? So what that hybrid is that this has a gas engine,
Yeah.
twin turbo V6, putting out 500 horsepower, and then it has 3 electric motors, 1 in the back and 2 up front. Combine it all together, you get 573 ponies.
Dang.
Those front engines, that right front tire,
Yeah.
is getting direct power from the electric motor and it's spinning faster. The left is slowing down by regenerative braking, and it's going to rotate us around wherever we're turning. And at the same time, it's actually charging the battery because it's regenerative braking.
Okay, that's too much. Aren't they on the same axle, so they're spinning at the same time?
No. They're individually controlled, and that's the beauty of it, is that since they're electric, it doesn't matter what speed your engine is.
Yeah, that sounds technical.
Think of skiing. You take your pole, you plant it down, and you go around, you rotate around the pole, and that's what this car does. It's like it's on rails. Another thing I like, for an everyday supercar, it can't be really obnoxious. You know, your neighbors don't like that. So we're on the highway right now, we're in sport mode, it's comfortable, we can go to Sport Plus.
What are you doing down there?
And you can hear it got a little bit louder,
Yeah.
right? It's a little bit more responsive.
Is that getting rid of the electric?
No, the electric's still being used.
Okay.
You see, what happens is turbos have a lag, so there's a little bit of a delay usually. So the electric motor takes up that slack.
Yeah, it's comfy too. I feel like I'm getting hugged by a Papa Bear right now. Honestly, I don't even mind being a passenger. This is sweet.
You're good. You can just sit there all day then.
Okay, well, I do mind, but
The Eyrie Resort is about 30 minutes outside of Victoria. It's a beautiful drive on the Malahat Highway. The scenery is spectacular. It's on the top of this mountain. There is a spa there, there's a mineral pool, and then the food. Chef Mario has been trained and worked in Michelin star restaurants worldwide. Finally here,
finally,
Villa Eyrie Resort.
this is nice.
Spa, good food, and best of all, they have their own racetrack.
Spectacular views, amazing food, and a bathtub in the middle of the room.
So are you gonna have a bubble bath?
Is that even a question? There's nothing wrong with bubble baths. You ready for the track?
Time for some adrenaline.
Let's go.
Get ready to be schooled, schoolboy.
Finally.
Well, we have 30 minutes until we get to the track, so enjoy it.
Well, at least I'm driving, so I will enjoy it.
And the scenery is spectacular. Can't wait to try this on the track, seriously. Like, it's gonna be so hot.
I don't think it's really gonna be fun, you know?
Really? Why?
It's just like, you're gonna be in the passenger seat the whole time.
We're gonna get some driver training from professional race car driver Parker Thompson.
You really think I need training?
The Parker Thompson experience is not just about motorsports. It's about experiencing motorsports, camaraderie, and a little bit of culinary experience as well. So the day starts out in the classroom. I basically go through the fundamentals of racing and what I want to teach. So what I teach personally is adaptability. I think that's one of my strengths in racing, so that's the focus of the day. We take them out on the autocross course in the morning, and then we get them out on the racetrack for the afternoon to experience VIMC.
VIMC is the Vancouver Island Motorsports Circuit, also owned by the Gain Group, who own the Eyrie Resort. I think Jake's a little bit nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Oh,
Are you ready?
I'm not feeling good at my abilities. Dang, you're going fast. Ooh! Oh, wow. Woo!
Dang, Brian was flying, but now it's my turn.
I'm just gonna go like granny speed. They're gonna be like, who is this guy? Ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get sick already. Tight here. Really tight.
Do I have to slow down in any corners?
Yeah, right here. It's really tight here.
How many times is this guy gonna say tight?
Tight, tight. Really, really, really tight. See? All the way around. And then opens up, and then stop in the box. Good.
That wasn't bad.
There you go.
Woo! Let's go! Oh yeah!
I think by the end of the day, he's gonna get quicker. Or at least I hope he gets quicker.
We take not only experienced race car drivers, but we also take people who are new to motorsports and we put them on the track immediately. So we get them up to speed right away. So we've got Brian and we've got Jake this afternoon. You've got Brian, who's got a lot of experience, driven at a lot of tracks in North America, definitely came through our autocross course and he knew what he was doing. And then you've got a guy like Jake, who we've got to put the training wheels on a little bit. It's kind of cool that, I mean, we can take these sports cars out on the track with insurance.
What? What insurance?
It's kind of cool that, I mean, we can take these sports cars out on the track with insurance.
Yeah, insurance. I arranged the car, the resort, the track. I asked the kid to do one thing.
Well, on the bright side, at least we get to drive 8 sports cars on their insurance.
I think Jake's a little bit disappointed that he got put in the slow group.
Can't believe they put me in the freaking slow group. This sucks.
But you know, you have to walk before you run.
I want to go fast. This guy's talking to the radio, holding my hand.
That speed can adapt to those cars.
Ooh, okay. This is actually kind of fast.
Feels like I'm in hyperspeed.
Okay, maybe this is fast. Maybe it's good I'm in this group. Oh my God. This is braking.
2.3 kilometers and 19 turns.
Coasting, looking ahead, almost sliding, acceleration station. Oh yeah!
Elevation changes up to 7 stories. That's crazy. You're always busy on this course.
When you sign up, you've got access to all of the Gain Group vehicles with insurance. So if you have no circuit experience prior to this event, you can come in here, get on the circuit right away, and experience motorsports.
I must be off the hook. Brian's gonna be thanking me.
It's just too bad that Jake forgot about the insurance. But you know what? I'm gonna get him back. He needs some punishment.
Straight away, baby! Okay, maybe it's good Brian's in the fast group. I'm flying, and he's ripping out there. I just saw him.
I have to admit though, he's getting better pretty quick. Those young kids are like sponges.
Look ahead. They say look ahead. Man, I gotta look at the road. They said, don't look at the road, look ahead. But then I can't see the road or the cones. Who cares, right? Might as well close my eyes. This is braking, turning. Whoa! Oh man, I kind of got a headache. That's so much adrenaline. Get me in a different car. This one's not that fast.
Jake thinks he's driving really fast, but I've actually arranged for Parker Thompson to take him for a hot lap.
Oh my God, dude. Gets me every time.
If you ever want to be close to death or feel like you're about to die, do a hot lap.
Oh, we're gonna crash. You scared the shit out of me, man. Yeah, I thought we were gonna crash like 6 times.
That was probably the most fun I've ever had driving.
It was a blast. You know, it doesn't matter what skill level you are, whether it's your first time or you've been there 10 times, it's still a lot of fun. Our last stop on the tour is to Coachwerks to check out some world-class restorations and classics, some so rare you wouldn't even find them in a museum.
For the most part, it is European cars, although we do specialize in Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. We work on all makes of various pedigree and provenance. If it's got history, if it's a thoroughbred sports car, if it's something that's rare, we're absolutely willing to work on it, definitely. Most of our cars are done to concours level specifications, so what that means is it's the best in the world. On average, if it's got 4 wheels, 2 headlights, and a steering wheel, it usually costs around $400,000, and we have ranged up into the $700,000 and $800,000 before.
I wonder if they could whip up something on my Mazda 3.
The 1939 Lagonda that we have in the shop right now was one of the more complex restorations. It actually came to us in 90 boxes, completely disassembled, and in those boxes was not only parts for that car, but there are also parts for other cars. Given that this car is one of one, there are no other examples for reference in the world, it took us 7 years to put that car back together.
7 years? Maybe these guys aren't so good.
So this is actually what we specialize in. This is a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. We've restored probably about 100 of these cars. This one actually came to us from Monaco. When I first got into the business about 20 years ago, these cars in driver condition were probably worth about $90,000. I thought I could potentially afford one because I've been saving for a house. My mother told me otherwise, said absolutely not, you buy a house. So that's what I did. Little did anyone know, including my mother, that these cars would escalate in value. These cars are currently trading at about $1.5 million today.
See, Mom, you can live out of your car, but you can't drive your house. A trend I'm really loving, Brian, is those digital dashes in new cars.
Some call them virtual cockpits, and you've seen them in all sorts of cars now, not just luxury cars. And the reason why, because I think in the long run, they're actually cheaper to make than analog gauges. And I think they're better because with analog gauges, that's all you see. With these virtual cockpits, you can see all your gauges and you can put things on like your navigation as well.
I think it definitely brings a luxury class to those lower end cars, making them look sleeker and really feel like you're driving a luxury sports car.
Oh yeah, and with autonomous driving coming soon, one day we're gonna be able to watch like Netflix or Apple TV Plus.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
The next stop is Vegas, where we're gonna drive something that starts with an F. That's a Ferrari.
All right, Brian, we're in Vegas. It's my first time. What are we doing here?
Virgin Vegas Jake. I can't believe you've never been here. I'm gonna show you so many things, but the best of all, we're gonna do some driving.
All right, see you in Vegas, Bri. Let's do it.
Las Vegas receives 41 million visitors each year. Most leave with a lot less money, but somehow they're still happy. Jake, on the other hand, is probably not gonna be too happy. You know what the cool thing is that this California is the best-selling Ferrari of all time.
Okay, so they've sold the most. Does that make it the best?
But the best-selling.
Huh?
But you know, this isn't the first California that they've had.
What was the first?
Back in the early 60s, you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Classic.
That 250 GT California Nowadays, that's worth like over $10 million.
What's this in comparison?
This is like peanuts compared to that. You can pick one of these up for about 200 grand.
You actually gave me a new idea.
What's
Now
that?
that you're driving the Ferrari, I'm gonna drive it when you go to sleep, and I'm gonna reverse kilometers like they did in that movie.
Sure.
Because
Well-
this is BS. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, you're driving like a grandma out here.
I think we gotta get out of town.
Let's open her up.
All right, let's go. About an hour out of Vegas is the Valley of Fire State Park. Primarily a hiking site, it also provides a great backdrop to take a closer look at our Ferrari California T. Now that we're out of the city, we can really appreciate this beautiful red California T. What do you think?
Well, Brian, it's a classic Italian design. You got the functional vents, the mean-looking headlights, sleek red design. I love it.
3-bar grille, all the curves and lines of a beautiful Ferrari, especially a topless one.
She's curvy, Brian, and she looks just as sexy with the top up.
In the back, classic Ferrari round tail lights, quad exhaust. Let's drive this thing.
Talking about these keys here?
Hand them over.
All right.
For me, one of the standouts was the interior. I love the fact that it's so clean and uncluttered. This may be as close as I ever get to actually driving the California T.
So, Brian, what's powering this baby?
Under the hood, a 3.9 liter twin turbo V8 engine.
Dang. And how big's the barn on this guy?
Well, you need a pretty big barn, 553 ponies under there,
Dang.
and 557 pound-feet of torque. But I'm gonna emphasize once again, seriously, when we have it on auto, we put it in comfort mode, you could drive across the country with this car. It is that comfortable.
Is he ever gonna let me drive?
And it could be quiet, or take it off auto, you put it on sport mode, and you hit that exhaust button, and
It can be loud, dang.
it can be loud, but you don't have to. It's the ultimate everyday supercar.
Well, you took me to the middle of the desert where I thought we could open her up, I could open her up, and we're going 35 miles an hour.
You know, just be aware though, if you come here, you really cannot open it up, but it sure makes for some beautiful photos though.
Yeah, and definitely turn some heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And turning heads is what the Valley of Fire is all about, especially in a Ferrari California T.
All right, Brian, you've driven it all day. What do you think?
I'm in love with this California T. This is my style of car. Would you buy this?
Well, I'd buy it if I got to drive it.
I have one last surprise for you. We definitely got a chance to open it up on our way back to Vegas. This machine can really fly when pushed. Oh, and one last thing. So are you happy now?
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Okay, young Jake, what'd you think? You learn anything?
Learned tons, but that was amazing. 8 sports cars, unbelievable.